Alright guys, I finally caved and I bought a Microfleur. Here it is. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I've pressed some flowers and I saw this device on TikTok. I thought I had to try it. It can press flowers in as little as 30 seconds. It's called the Microfleur. This isn't sponsored, I just got it off Amazon and I want to try it for myself to give y'all an honest review of what the process was like. So this is what the smallest size looks like. It's quite small. It's about the size of my hand, like my open hand. So it might only fit just a few flowers, and it does come with this little instruction booklet. See how it says pressing takes practice. I found that to be absolutely true because different flowers with their different thicknesses will require different microwaving times. So if you're just starting to get into the Microfleur, I wouldn't use like a sentimental bouquet right off the bat. I would go ahead and just do a few practice flowers to see what their timing looks like. So as per the instructions request, it says to lightly dampen the sheets of fabric, which I'm just taking a little bit of water and kind of gently rubbing it throughout the cloth. So I found this flower in the front yard of my apartment, gave it a little snip, and let's see how it does. I'm just going to do the recommended average time, which is around 30 seconds. And I'm just placing it in the microwave as such. Alright, time for the moment of truth. And oh my gosh, okay, it's still quite soft. So I'm actually going to put it back in the microwave because it's still very stuck to the fabric. So let's pop that back in for another 15 seconds, let's say, and let's see how it does. Wow, okay, it's perfect. Let me show y'all my in-person audio because I was just amazed with this thing.
That came out.
My sister was
super
too.
Cool. That's like perfect. Dang. Dang.
I mean, how neat is that? Okay, so let's try some smaller stuff. I found some petals. So let's go ahead and give that a go. And I didn't wet the little white fabric in between. I just only wet it that one time. Petals did great. Let's try a little bit more meaty. Let's see how these flowers do. These required about a minute, and to my surprise, they actually turned out pretty good, especially the leaf. I'm really happy with how the leaf came out, and I actually did a second one. This is definitely the meatiest of all the flowers that I found, so this will truly be a test. And okay, so I expected this one to be a little bit difficult because it was very wet and watery, so not the best. Okay, let's try this rose. Alright, this actually looks great. Okay, and time for the final verdict. Alright guys, so I loved this product so much, I ended up getting the bigger one, and I'll tell you why. So the small one is great if you just plan on pressing a few flowers every once in a while, because it really can only fit a very small amount and nothing too big. Because I had the small one and I collected so many flowers this one day, I was just zapping one after the other, and the press ended up getting very hot and it just took a very long time, and I figured, you know what, I really enjoyed this, let me get the bigger size, and so that is what I did. I do want to say right off the bat that this is pricier than you would think. So just be mindful of that. It's a really good investment though if you plan on crafting using a lot of pressed flowers, or if you need to, for whatever reason, press them very quickly. Because as you saw in my other videos, I have pressed flowers before the traditional way, and it took me a little over a week, which honestly is totally fine. However, I will say that this device was able to make the flowers thinner than my book was able to, and it was better at retaining their colors. Not a terrible amount, but enough for me to notice. So that's just something to keep in mind. I highly recommend the Microfleur. Only con really is that it's expensive, but really worth it. Did a great job. I recommend practicing different flowers for different times, and it'll become more and more intuitive as you go. You'll have a better idea what flowers will require more time and which ones will require less. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're new here, I really appreciate you watching. My name is Mina. I love to craft and do little reviews like this every once in a while, so follow along and I hope you join me along in the crafting. Have a nice day!